Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you guys how to move your square focal points around. This is way more important than learning or shooting in manual mode, because if you can do this in aperture priority mode, you're set. So before you even get into the whole manual stuff, please make sure you understand how to move your focal points around. Alright, so let me first zoom in. So most like if your camera is set on auto like this, obviously it's not going to focus. AFA and auto, you have to change this, because this means the camera is focusing on like closest subject or high contrast things. You don't want that. You want to be able to tell the camera where you want to focus. Okay? So I first want to apologize that I did not explain this thoroughly in my aperture video. There were, good at least 5 or 6 people that were confused about this. So that pretty much means that I failed. So I'm sorry about that, and I'm doing this on D7000. So on your camera it could be different. And Cara Boyd, one of the Facebook users, she actually made a video for me a couple months back on Canon, on how to change this on Canon T2i. And if you own T2i, you'll see how she did it. And if you own another Canon model, then I'm hoping it's going to be similar. If not, you just look in your manual. Alright, so on D7000, there's a button right here that says AF and M. Okay, this actually is a button. So when you press this, you have this option. If it says auto, AFA, there are 2 things you have to change. So you use your back dial to change AFA to AFS. Auto focus single. And then you have to change these focal points, because you want only one focal point. Okay, so now while you're holding this AF button, front dial, that's it. That's all it takes. As soon as you get this one thing, you're good. Now in some cameras you probably cannot do this from outside like this. I know on D90 I believe there's a button somewhere here that says AF. So when you press that AF, it will allow you to change this from AFA to AFS. However, to change this to a single point right here, you would have to go in the menu. So this is for other Nikon models I'm talking about, not D7000. When you go in your menu, go into your autofocus option, and somewhere here you'll see this type of a picture. It may not look exactly like this, but something like this. So select that option, and that will allow you to basically set your camera on AFS and this single thing right here. I've already shown you guys how to change your metering. It's on spot, center weight, and matrix. I normally leave it on matrix, and when I'm doing portraits I can just switch it to spot. Anyway, so now I'll cue Cara Boyd's video, and after that I will show you another short clip.
Alright guys, this is a Canon T2i, and we're going to change the focal point. There's a zoom button here. Press it. You can either use the arrows button or the dial at the front to select the square that you like. And press that zoom buttons again to set it. If you're on the live view, the focal point will show. If you want to change it, press that Q button. You cannot use these arrows. You only use the dial at the front, so just move these around and press that Q buttons again to set it.
Alright, so I quickly want to show you guys why it's important to be able to move the square focal point around. This is a square focal point I'm talking about. Alright, so I have 3 different things here, and I'm going to show you how you can focus. Alright, first of all, this allows you to focus on whatever you want, and that's where your whole creativity comes into play. So if I want to focus this roll right here, I can place on this and go like this. I can move down a little, I can move up a little, whatever, wherever you want to place it. Alright, so you can see the battery and the glue stick, it's all out of focus. Why? Because they're on different plane. I place them on different plane on purpose. Now if I want to focus on the battery, quickly move this, press it, now the battery's in focus. Now I want to focus on the glue stick. I can put it on the glue stick wherever I want, and I can do this. What if I don't want any of this in focus? What if I just want my chair rail in focus? I can do this. Now, why did I place this on the edge? Well, because there's a little bit of color contrast, so the camera can pick up, otherwise it won't autofocus. See this? It won't focus because it's all the same color. So place it on the edge, boom, you're good. So when you're doing portraits, you got to take this focal point and place it on the eye. Very, very important. And that's why you see a lot of times people, if they're like two things in the frame, sometimes the focus is on the hair, on the hair, or sometimes if there are two people, the person in the background is in focus and the guy up front, it looks really blurry. So these are some of the things that you're gonna get the hang of it when you start playing with this and when you make some mistakes. I cannot tell you how many times I've messed up my shots in the beginning, but that's how you learn. You make a mistake and you learn. Alright, so from now on, please use AFS and single point focusing. Thank you.